Now I'm going to talk about the GIF format, which is a legacy format, in fact, the oldest graphics format for the web. GIF is pronounced either GIF or GIF. It stands for Graphics Interchange Format. GIF format supports the following. Only one color can be a transparency key, allowing for simple transparent backgrounds. This is slightly different from true alpha channels, where the degree of transparency can be indicated. GIF transparency means a pixel is either transparent or opaque, with nothing in between. It supports progressive display, also known as interlacing. The explanation for this is rather technical, but it just means that the whole image gradually comes into focus while loading on the page, rather than slowly rolling down from the top like a window shade. This allows you to get a sense of what the image is more quickly. GIF supports simple silent animations, which makes it a popular choice for creating looping short animations on websites, usually for decoration. Be aware that this can be distracting. It is sometimes called dancing baloney because of this. GIF uses lossless compression, which, as you may remember from an earlier slide, means that it reduces the file size without losing image quality. A major limitation of GIF format is that it supports 8-bit index color only, which, as you may remember from an earlier slide on index color, means that it can have a maximum of 256 colors. Those 256 colors could be shades of gray. Best practices for GIF format are the following. Use it only for simple graphics like logos. In other words, anything with a limited range of color that has large areas of solid color. It's very rare for a continuous tone image like a photograph to have less than 256 colors. Continuous tone means that the areas of color blend into each other in a natural way, using lots of different colors to do so. If an image has more than 256 colors in it, and you convert it to GIF format, it'll force the colors in the image to be rounded off to the nearest of the 256 colors in the GIF palette, which will result in dithering and color banding. I'll explain dithering shortly. Normally, you should choose the option of interlacing a GIF image when you save it, but don't do it for interface elements that have information critical to using a website. It'll interfere with usability for those elements because they'll appear blurry while the interlaced image is coming into focus. Never dither colors in images to compensate for only having 256 colors. Dithering used to be a big issue in the days when GIF files were the only web image format. As I explained a minute ago, in GIF format only 256 colors can be used. Despite this, you may encounter a situation where you need to get the file size down and therefore want to use an index color file format like GIF or PNG8. If your original image has more than 256 colors in it and you convert it to an index color format like GIF or PNG8, your image editor will try to simulate those extra colors using the 256 colors in the index color palette. This is called dithering. Here you see the effect of dithering. In the image on the left, there is no dithering, since this is the original image in 24-bit color. Note the smoothness of detail and delicate transitions and shadings between colors. In the middle is the image in GIF format using its index color palette of 256 colors, with no dithering applied. Note the large flat areas and loss of detail. On the right is the image in 8-bit color with dithering. Note that even though the same palette is used, the application of dithering gives a better representation of the original. However, this is still a major compromise. Avoid dithering altogether by using 24-bit color formats.